Hi guys, Chris Dorry here, and today I'll be talking about why Logan McDonald is better than any key forward drafted in the last 15 years. All throughout last year and at the beginning of this year before any play around the country had started up, I was of the mindset that Jamarra Ugle-Hagan's a clear number one, but I made this comment here on ESPN in July that if there's one player who can contend for pick one, it's Logan McDonald. To see how legit Logan McDonald is, we need not look any further than the stats. Looking here, Logan McDonald, although he's gone down to second on the goal kicking table in the waffle at league level, he actually has the highest average goals per game. Even better than Tyler Keitel, who, in my opinion, is the best mature age key position player in the game and has been for a few years outside the AFL. He's also ahead of Tyler Keitel in marks and disposals per game, which is unheard of for an under-18 prospect. Other than the dominant play of Logan McDonald this year, which is unheard of for a junior playing at league level playing this well, his rate of improvement is what strikes me most. Going from being about a 1 goal a game player mostly in the under-18s, had a couple of 3-goal games, which is nice, but at league level, averaging 3 goals, that's a drastic step up. For some context, the Colts in WA is a weaker competition comparative to the NAB League or the TAC Cup of old, whereas the league level, well, a case could reasonably be made that the Waffle is the strongest competition outside the AFL in the country. So going from these sort of performances against other under-18 prospects to these sort of performances against the best competition he can play against, and against men, well, Logan McDonald, the rate of improvement is staggering. For a point of historic comparison, Jack Lukosius, who I regard as the best draft prospect I've seen in the last 10 years, he kicked 14 goals from 13 games at Sandford League level, which is equivalent to the Waffle. Then if we compare it to other famous players from the Waffle of years past, other equivalent quality key forwards who have been among the best in the competition, we have Josh Kennedy, who he played 6 games at league level and kicked 6 goals. And of course Lance Buddy Franklin, who is the best key forward over the last 10, 12 years, he only played the 1 senior Waffle game for 1 goal. So Logan McDonald actually, for the same age, compares favourably, which is remarkable. With key forwards being typically longer-term prospects, I've got a particular way of evaluating them, which is a little bit different to how I would look at other junior prospects by position. So with key forwards, I look at the production, rate of improvement, and points of difference to determine their quality. I rate those variables out of 1, and as you can see here, these are projections of how good I think they will be based on the number value I allocate to the player. Production, with Logan McDonald averaging 3 goals per game at Waffle League level, that's unheard of, so full marks. Rate of improvement, being able to step up a league of difficulty and actually managing better numbers, again, he has to get 4 points. And points of difference, and arguably this could be considered harsh, but if I was to compare him to, say, a Jamarra Ugle-Hagan, he doesn't have that same point of difference to the same level where, with Ugle-Hagan, I could say with Ugle-Hagan, he's dominant aerially, where once he flies for the ball, there's absolutely no way of stopping him. Whereas with McDonald, he has his points of difference, but at the same time, there's just nothing on that same absolute unstoppable level, which is why he gets a 0.5. But to overall get a 2.5 out of 3, well, that's the equal highest I've ever been able to allocate any player or any one prospect. As for what McDonald himself actually brings to the table, well, he's mostly a marking forward, plays a bit like a Nick Riewoldt style of game, good endurance, covers a lot of ground, but is a strong mark. Uses his body smartly, but probably not overly bulky yet. He'll keep getting stronger, which is a great indication that he's still got future growth to come ahead. And I also really like the way he uses the footy, both to targets and his conversion in front of goal
from what I've seen so far, has been pretty strong too. If I was to have a critique, probably his ground level work could be a little better than it is at the present time. And while his running is a strength, I'd be looking to keep building on that as a strength and make that into a meaningful point of difference. Because with the way the game's going, my personal view is key forwards are going to become a rarer commodity, and clubs are going to be looking to use them more up the field, on a wing, cross half forward, and really just pushing up the ground and covering a lot of ground. So that's a good way to make sure he's future-proofed for the long run. Thanks for watching, and make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future updates. And in the links below, I'll include some highlights of Logan McDonald so you can see for yourself, and let me know in the comments below, is he as good as I think he is? I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Thanks, guys.